Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Deepak Joshi, lecturer at Adarsh College of Pharmacy Vita, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Well, today's topic is pretty interesting because we are discussing on topic antifungal agents. This video is mainly for the diploma in pharmacy second year students. So let's start with the introduction about fungi. So firstly we are discussing on introduction about fungi. The diseases caused by any fungus are called as a mycosis. Mycosis, it is the condition in which any fungus diseases is occurred, then this condition is called as a mycosis. They are eukaryotic organism and possesses cell wall. The fungi or fungus are eukaryotic organism and they are having cell wall. The fungal cell wall is made up of chitin and cell membrane is made up of ergosterol. Fungal infections majorly occurs in immunocompromised peoples receiving immunosuppressants, means the people which are taking immunosuppressants drugs, so they are having low immune power, so there is chances of infection of fungi. Next point, most fungi are saprophytes in the soil and dead plants. Then some species are parasites on plant and animal, and majority of the fungal infections involve superficial infection of skin or mucous membrane of body orifice. Means the mainly fungal infections can occur in the superior or superficial layers of skin and mucous membrane. Next point, overview of fungal. The fungal or the category of the fungal is classified under the mainly organism. The all organisms are classified into prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Again, eukaryotics are again classified under unicellular and multicellular. In the multicellular, there are again difference between with cell wall and without cell wall. Under the with cell wall, there are do not perform photosynthetic category, and under this category fungi are mainly classified. So fungi are classified under do not perform photosynthetic, with cell wall, multicellular, eukaryotic organisms in the environment. Next, there will be the differences between fungi with algae, protozoa and bacteria. Firstly, the differences between fungi and algae. There is the difference between lack of photosynthetic. Next, fungi are differ from protozoa by the lack of motility and possession of chitinous ability. Fungi differ from bacteria by the greater size and possession of intracellular structures such as the nuclear membrane and mitochondria. So these are the differences between mainly fungi with algae, protozoa and bacteria. Beside that point, there are some more differences between bacteria, yeast, fungi and algae with the different features that are displayed in this slide. Next, there are some types or there are some groups which are depend upon the site of infection. So the mycotic infections of human are conventionally divided into three groups depending upon the site of infection. First is the dermatophytosis. Dermatophytosis is the contagious superficial skin infection that are limited to the epidermal region. So this is the condition which is happen in the superficial skin region. Dermatophytosis is the condition which is happened or which is caused by the dermatophytes. So there are some types of dermatophytes. First is the epidermatophyton, second is a microsporum, and third is the trichophytum. So diseases produced by the trichophytum are athlete's foot or ringworm of skin and hair and nails. The drugs used for its treatment are tolnaftate, griseofulvin and miconazole. Then second group, that is candidiasis. Candidiasis can be affect the skin and mucous membrane. This candidiasis disease is caused by mainly Candida albicans, and this Candida albicans is mainly affect the skin, nail and mucous membrane. Also, other than Candida albicans, there are other species that can also affect or that can also create the candidiasis, that are saprophytic yeast, namely Aspergillus and Blastomyces. And for this category, the drugs used for the treatment are Neostatin and Amphotericin B. Then third group, that is certain living saprophytes that can affect or that can be infect skin and penetrate deep, causing lymphatic, pulmonary and systemic mucosis. There are two important points from this classification that are marked as a star marker. First is a fungi of first two types does not produce any toxin, but the third type can produce the toxin. And second one is the need for more antifungal agents is becoming more critical as systemic mucosis are detected. As the critical infection occurs, that more antifungal agents are used to treat that infections. Then next point is the targets of antifungal therapy. There are some targets. By that targets only, the antifungal agents are attack on that fungal or fungus, and that antifungal agents are destroyed or kill that fungus, and we can cure from these diseases. So there are three targets from which the antifungal agents or antifungal drugs can be treated. First target is the cell membrane. Second target is DNA synthesis of that fungus, and third is the cell wall of that fungus or fungi. Then next main point is the classification of antifungal agents. So there are two types. There are two main classification of that antifungal agents. First one is the systemic compound and second one is the neutral product. In the systemic compound, there are again 6 to 7 subclassification that are carboxylic acid and their metabolic salts, for example andecyclinic acid and zinc andecylanate. Second one is the dyes, for example gentian violet or malachite green. Third one is the phenolic compound, for example salicylic acid. And fourth one is the diamidines, for example stilbamide. Fifth one is the thiocarbonic acid derivatives, for example tolnaftate. And last one is the azole or imidazole, for example miconazole and cotrimazole. Then next main point is the neutral product. In that first point is the antibiotic that are again classified into two subclass. First one is the antibacterial antibiotic, for example griseofulvin, and second one is the pauline antifungal antibiotics. These pauline antifungal antibiotics are again classified into 3 points. First one is the tetraene, for example Neostatin, Amphotericin B, and second one is the pentine, for example pentamycin. Third one is the heptins, for example Amphotericin B and hemicin. So in this first part of video, we discuss on introductory part about fungi, antifungal and their classification. We will discuss in detail each drugs in the next video. Till then, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this video will help you in some way or other, and if it did, then please hit that thumbs up button. It gives me so much motivation to produce new videos. And please subscribe to my channel. It not just makes up for all the efforts that gives into making video apart from daily schedule. Thank you so much. And if any query, you can contact me on the mail and also on social media like Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Link is given in the description below, and also follow me on this social media platform. Thank you so much.